First and 10 with the ball at the Bluefield 45. Fowler gives it to Leggett. He runs it up the middle, and he'll pick up a couple and move the ball up to the 43. And that's how we'll end the third quarter. With the score 36-6, the St. Andrews Knights trail the Bluefield College Rams here in Laurinburg, North Carolina. As Perry's refreshing the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard, we'll pass it over to Perry for some updates.
All right, let's go first. Georgia Tech trails Virginia Tech 27-22, Florida 41-24 over Texas A&M. Temple 16, South Florida 14, Marshall by 6 over Old Dominion. Baylor and Oklahoma tied at 14. And then top 25, some games that have finished already. Ohio State beats Northwestern 21-7. TCU over Texas Tech 34-24. Tulane over Tulsa 27-13. North Carolina 31-28. They hang on to defeat Virginia. The next game's up. Tennessee, Georgia, Michigan State, Illinois, Alabama and LSU at 7 o'clock. Texas and Kansas State. And Clemson, Notre Dame happening tonight.
Davison currently leading right now as well. The Davison Wildcats 38-34 right now in the fourth quarter. So Davison trying to improve up to 7-2 on the year.
Hey, Mark and I passed the produce stand on the way down. I said that's another good reason to come to Laurinburg. You can stop and get some oranges and apples and some chow for the cornbread.
They have the best apples I think I've ever had.
Bluefield has a good crowd here today.
Yeah, it traveled well from Virginia. Not far. What is it, probably 2.5 hours?
Well, yeah, probably, let's see, from Charlotte to Bluefield, you're probably looking at an hour and a half. So it's about 2.5 hours.
Fowler set to throw as he's got a free play, looks deep towards McCoy, and he makes the tight-roping catch on this. No, he doesn't. Rules it incomplete. I thought that was a catch from our vantage point, but the side judge
and there's
says
a penalty
no.
on the far side. Well, what he did, just an officiating 101, he ruled it incomplete. Well, incomplete means that he didn't catch it. What he should have done was gone incomplete and taken his hand and shown him being out of bounds.
Yep.
Because he did catch the ball.
And that penalty was a free play, and Andrew Fowler knew it, which is why he launched it down that way towards McCoy. So a 5-yard penalty against the Rams. It's going to make this second down, a 2nd and 1. Where are they going to spot it here? 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Yep. Carpenter's the back, 4-receiver set. Low snap to Fowler, able to dig it out. He goes over here to Cook. And Cook gets inside the 25 and all the way down to the Carpenter's the back, 4-receiver set. Low snap to Fowler, able to dig it out. He goes over here to Cook. And Cook gets inside.
I look down at the clock. We're in the fourth quarter. We're only at 28 seconds in, or 20 seconds into it. Feels like we've been in the fourth quarter a little bit longer than that.
4-receiver set. Carpenter is the back. Cook down at the bottom. McCoy at the top. Now he shifts Carpenter. Fowler has to dig another one out of the dirt. He'll loop one up near side to Cook, and Cook makes the catch. And a second touchdown of the day for the Knights. Now he shifts Carpenter. Fowler has to dig another one out of the dirt. He'll loop one up near side to Cook, and Cook makes the catch. And a second touchdown.
64 yards, 8 plays.
pending the extra point. We set at 36-12 with 14-13 remaining here in Laurinburg. And delay a game as the back judge throws it in there, and that's going to back them up.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, that's one that you don't like to see.
But it's not like they needed it. I mean, they weren't running anyone onto the field. They had the 11 players out there. It was just not getting things done in time.
As they line up now for the extra point from 25 yards away. Snap, the kick, it's up, and it is no good. That keeps the score 12-36 with 14-13 remaining here in Laurinburg as the Bluefield College Rams lead the Knights.
Southern Christmas Show taking place in I'll say downtown Charlotte, out on Independence Boulevard at the Park Expo. It's coming up here shortly. The Southern Christmas Show. You can go get all your Christmas shopping done, get all your decorations, get everything you need. Southern Christmas Show. Get plenty of food to eat. We're always talking about food, man. Pizza Hut, cinnamon sticks. Pizza Hut, cinnamon sticks.
If you want to get some good food,
that's gonna be
come hang out with us.
That's going to be the first thing Mark and I do when we leave here. It's going to be eat.
I say we definitely know where to go find food. Wherever we go, we find somewhere to go eat.
Been a long time since that sausage and egg and some cheese crackers.
Sausage? Where'd you have your sausage, egg, and cheese from?
I got sausage and egg this morning for breakfast before I went to the 5K, 10K, and then we stopped and got a snack on the way down, not knowing how much time we had to get here and get everything, ready to go. So we stopped at a country store, and it was country store.
Nice.
Everybody in that community was sitting outside just talking.
A big old family as this one will be fielded at the 22. I'll find a hole down the left side and get across midfield. See where they say he stepped out there. I say he stepped out at the 47, and a good return there by number 85 of Christian Wood.
Yeah, the place we stopped at were locals. I think it was the Burnsville overall wearing group, and they looked at Mark and I and who are y'all? What are y'all doing here? Did somebody give y'all permission to go in our store?
As the Rams now with the ball. As Herstich moves his running back now of Limp. And that's who he hands it to. He takes it down the left side and jumps towards the first down marker. I say he stepped out at the 45 of the Knights, though, so he'll be a couple yards short of the first down. Needs the Knights 38 for the first. Lamp, 5'10", 190, a sophomore from St. Augustine, Florida. Played at Christ Church Academy. And there is the ball carrier now here for the Rams late. Herstich set to throw. Looks near side, got a man, comes back and makes a nice play as he came back to get that one. A good catch there by George Ajay, the redshirt freshman from Capitol Heights, Maryland. And that puts him inside the Pizza Hut red zone. It's not too late to go to Pizza Hut. There's still plenty of football today, and there's even football tomorrow. Go to pizzahut.com. Order yourself a pizza, breadsticks, wings. Make sure you tell them the guys from 485 sent you, because They know we love pizza, so pizzahut.com. Lamp with the carry. And he'll be hit back at the 10. So he'll make it back, or the 15. He'll make it back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 here. Second and 10 here. Hurstich stands at the 20. Gets the snap and is set to throw. Rolls left, tosses, got a man who jumps up and can't hold on to it. But a flag flies in from the line judge. Trying to get that one over to Ebron.
It's going to be pass interference or pushing maybe.
A late flag though.
He just kind of nonchalantly pulled it out of his pocket and dropped it on the ground.
The foul occurred in the end zone. The ball is currently setting at the 15, so it should be half the distance to the goal and put the ball at about the 7.
Yeah, they are discussing it, so let's see. But while we got a break in the action, let's remind the folks listening here on the St. Andrews site that next week's game is a 12 noon start.
Yes, it is.
Due to the change in time, they will actually start 12 noon. So don't join us an hour late next week. We'll start at 12 noon, and based on the number of flags and the time and the pace that this one's moving, they might want to have started this one at 12 noon today.
Yeah, it's been a long game here for St. Andrews today. Usually it takes them about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 to play. So far we're going on 2 hours and 48 minutes, and we still got 12 minutes left in this ball game. So they said unsportsmanlike conduct on St. Andrews. And that's what moved the ball all the way up to the 2-yard line. They called that one on number 99. That's going to be DeJuan Joyner, the senior, who they called that on for the Knights. And that puts the Rams right there for a 1st and goal with the ball down at the 2. 12-14. Rams leading 36-12. Lamp gets it, finds a hole, and he walks in there. As that increases the lead here for the Bluefield College Rams, as they now go up to 40. Well, we've got to wait for the extra point. I don't want to give them the extra point yet.
11 plays, 67 yards.
I almost said they're going up to 43, but they haven't kicked the extra point. They're only at 42. So we wait the extra point here. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up and good. The score 12-43 as the Bluefield College Rams are on top of the St. Andrews Knights. Bluefield comes in here after a win last week, 54-26 over Union. And I'm looking over at the scoreboard right now, Perry, and this is pretty close to what it looked like last time for St. Andrews. And their last matchup against Reinhardt, the final score, 43-14. So
yeah, St. Andrews just unable to get anything offensively today. A lot of 3-and-outs, a lot of incomplete passes, a lot of misdirectional routes. So they have struggled to get the offense in gear today.
Yeah, their biggest thing, like you just mentioned, was the miscommunications between Andrew Fowler and his wide receivers. Just did not so far seem to be on the same page, and usually pretty solid on the passing side, the Knights are. Tonight, just a few miscommunications, or today, shall I say. It's not nighttime yet. Kicking off into the win here in the 4th quarter are the Rams. So the Knights should have a chance to bring this one out. As Dale's set to kick this one away. Be fielded at the 10 by Williams. Williams finds a hole, and he'll find out to the 29.
So 12:03 to go, 1st and 10 St. Andrews.
19-yard return there by Williams. And Andrew Fowler on the offense back out there on the field. Fowler set to throw and comes to Carpenter in the flat. And Carpenter will find his way up to the 34. So he'll pick up a 4 there on 1st down. Second and 6 here for the Knights. Ball at their own 34. Trips right, 1 left. McCoy the man down here at the bottom. Fowler set to throw. Rolling left, he'll dump it off to Carpenter. Carpenter fights forward for a pickup of 2, gets the ball to the 36. And he was running backwards when he caught that pass, was back at the 33. Able to get back to the 36. 11 minutes left here. Four receivers for the night. McCoy top, Cook bottom. 3rd down and 6. Tosses to the middle of the field where he finds McCoy, who makes the catch. He makes the catch at the 47. That's enough for the 1st down there for the Knights.
So that's a quick pickup of 18 on these first 3 plays as we come up on the 10-minute mark.
They get the chains moved and set here after the 1st down from the Knights. And now move McCoy back to the bottom. They move Crowder in motion. Fowler, pressure gets to him, and he dumps it off to Crowder in the flat. Crowder extends across the 50 to the Bluefield 49. And that was a good move there by Fowler. As pressure started to get to him, he knew he had Crowder out in the flat, and he dumped it to him.
Yeah, probably your 3rd option on that, looking downfield. Didn't have anything, but did know he had the option there on the flat.
Second down and 5 here with the ball at the 49 of Bluefield. And a false start there. That one's going to go against the Knights. Moves the ball back to the Knights 46 now. So now a 2nd down and 10 here for the Knights. Trips right, 1 left. McCoy to the left. Fowler saw something he didn't like. A low snap. He's going to dump it off to Ant in the flat. And Ant will go pick up 2 and get the ball to the 48 of the Knights. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 here for the Knights at their own 48. Need the big play here.
Yeah, they need something here to just, build on something positive going into next week.
Here they come out. With a 4 receiver set, 2 each direction, and Fowler set to throw. Looks deep and gets tangled up is McCoy, and no flag thrown on the far side of the field. And the fans here on the near side not happy about the call. That's going to send out the punting unit.
And unfortunately, we've said that way too many times today.
How many possessions have the Knights had today, Perry?
13.
13 possessions. There's the snap to Cook. He's able to get it away. Wolf back deep to receive it at his own 13. He'll dance around a little bit. He finds a hole now. He comes up midfield. He's up to the 40. Got blockers in front. He's heading to the left sideline at the 20. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the 20. See if they're actually going to give him the 20, it looks like. And a big return there by the Rams.
Yeah, just able to bring him down, not able to get the tackle.
Now Wolf, the return man, he got it back at his own 12 and returned it back to the Knights 20, and they'll set up shop inside the Pizza Hut red zone. I'm going home and ordering pizza tonight. I'm sending a text right now. I'm telling the girlfriend pizzas from Pizza Hut tonight. 2 left, 2 right. Give it to the ball carrier as he runs up the middle of Lamp. And he'll get a couple there up to the 18. And a new quarterback in here for Bluefield as they're bringing in Mason Adams, the sophomore from Reedville, Virginia. A new quarterback here for Bluefield late in the ball game. Under 8 remaining here. The score 43-12. Bluefield on top. They toss that over to Lamp. Lamp finds a hole, and he'll get hit inside the 10, falling forward. Or actually the 15, falling forward to the 12. And another tough one today here for the Knights, Perry. Only one more game left in the season next weekend, and only 1 win, so a tough one today.
Yeah, we've talked about their strength of scheduling. They play 4 or 5 nationally ranked teams in this conference. Lindsey Wilson, Reinhardt, Union. Their conference is strong.
Oh yeah,
and there are some strong teams that these guys go up against. That doesn't make it any easier. Yeah,
the Appalachian Athletic Conference is a very tough conference in NAIA football, and there's the delay of game right there against Bluefield. Yeah, one of the toughest conferences there are here in NAIA football. And last year, Raleigh was able to host the NAIA National Championship game right here in Raleigh. So North Carolina, heavy, rich NAIA area for talent. And a lot of up and down the coast recruiting here for the St. Andrews Knights.
When I was in school at Pfeiffer, now we didn't have football, but Pfeiffer was a NAIA District 26. They had them by districts, which were the states, and then obviously they're a little bit different now as we get.
Adams throws. That's a snag and a catch. That's going to be in there for the touchdown. That was a play. Wow, what a play as he came back to get that one. That's number 89 with the catch. That's going to be George Adaj who makes that catch as he went over his man to bring that one in. As Mason Adams comes in there for his first series as a quarterback, and he throws one for a touchdown to increase the lead. That makes the score now 48. Makes now to be a 50 spot.
It should be a 50.
Yep. after the extra point would be 49, then plus 1 would make it 50. Puts up a 50 spot here. As we await the Knights to come back out there on offense with 6:36 to score 50-12. The Knights trailing here against Bluefield. Bluefield well on their way to becoming 7-3 on the season, 3-1 in conference, and the Knights falling down to 1-9 and 1-2 in conference. I don't want to say it's over, but not a whole lot of time left in this one.
Yeah, just to update some stats here. Bluefield, 54 plays, 101 yards rushing, 271 in the air, 12 of 31, but they've made they've made use of those 12 catches. I'm sorry, 18 of 31. Sorry. 342 yards of total offense. St. Andrews, on the other hand, 58 plays, 107 yards rushing, 168. And sorry about that, Mark. And
Williams lets that one bounce by him, and he'll pick it up at the 8. And he'll fight forward to get to the 19. And that one looked like it was going to pin back the Knights deep.
Yeah, so 6:29 to go here. St. Andrews trailing 50-12. And they'll just look to do something positive and maybe try some youth at something here in this final 6.5 minutes here on 485 Sports from Laurinburg. NAIA football.
And right on cue, as you mentioned it, Perry, try some youth. New quarterback in there for the Knights. They're going to bring in Marshall Chambers, a freshman. Saw him come in when Fowler went out earlier in the game to get looked at after one play, and now back in there as they hand that one off to Carpenter for a pickup of 1. And no need to take a risk injuring your senior quarterback late in the game when you're trailing 50-12.
That is true. But the backup quarterback's got to be ready at any time.
Yes, he does.
Whether it be in a blowout loss or whether it be an injury or just a change in pace.
Chambers gives that off to Carpenter. Carpenter finds a hole. Carpenter makes a man miss, now jumps back outside. Carpenter across midfield and a big run by Ant Carpenter. We talked about Ant Carpenter. Chambers gives that off to Carpenter. Carpenter finds a hole. Carpenter makes a man miss, now jumps back outside. Carpenter across midfield and a big run by Ant Carpenter.
At this level, we've talked about it. You may not have the athletes you have at Division I, but these kids love to win. They love to play. They love to compete, and they're not giving up when they get their chance to show what they can do.
And Ant Carpenter shined again today like he did last week, or last time we were here about a month ago in the win. One of the big key factors to it, out there making a big run right there and getting the ball to midfield. They go back to Carpenter again, and he runs it up the middle, and he'll pick up 4. Get the ball out to the 46.
We're coming up on 5 minutes to go.
As they unpile all the bodies. Under 5 here. Carpenter comes out, Williams in. Williams, another freshman, also does some kicking duties, return duties. He is from Wadesboro, Georgia, Burke County High School. Chambers gives it to Williams. Williams runs forward, gets across, or inside the 45 and down to the 43. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 here for the Knights.
Coming up on 4 minutes to go.
Chambers in there at the quarterback position. He has came in for this series. Fowler, the normal starter, on the sideline, not injured. Williams goes from left to right. And Chambers decides to pull it and keep it himself. He gets the edge, turns it upfield, jumps for the first down marker, and they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, good play there by the quarterback.
And Chambers decides to pull it and keep it himself. He gets the edge, turns it upfield, jumps for the first down marker, and they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, good play.
A good run there from Chambers, and now we see Andrew Fowler trotting back in. So Fowler back in there at the quarterback spot now. Gives it to Carpenter. And he'll pick up, we'll say he picked up 1. That moves the ball up to the 38.
We are under 3 minutes.
Now Fowler out, Chambers back in. Second down and 9 here for the Knights with the ball at the Bluefield 38. Trying to end on a positive note after a struggle day. And the ball's on the dirt. And it looks like Bluefield has came away with it. And they have. There's a little bit of a miscue there between Chambers and Carpenter. Puts the ball on the ground, and the Rams come away with it.
Yeah, and you get that when you get an inexperienced quarterback who's not they don't have many reps in a game, and when you're in there with someone different, just the chemistry just doesn't sometimes work. And on that, we saw the mishap occur and the fumble recovered by Bluefield.
Looks like he just tried to pull it out of the belly late from Carpenter. Carpenter thought it was his, and instead the ball hits the earth. And the Rams take over with the ball at their own 41. Lamp with the carry. And he'll get the ball across the 45 down to the 47. 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Second down and 5 here for Bluefield with the ball at their own 47. No rush here from Bluefield, taking their time. As there is the snap to the quarterback. He tosses, and that one's intercepted. Coming away with the pick. As they're coming near side with it is Allen. Allen gets it back up to the 40. And Allen just watched the quarter. And that one's intercepted. Coming away with the pick. As they're coming near side with it is Allen. Allen gets it back up to the 40.
Here again goes back to tell you they don't stop competing. Regardless of the score, these young men do not stop competing.
Allen, a freshman defensive back from Columbia, South Carolina. As Chambers comes back out there onto the field, him and Carpenter both out there on the field. With 1:29 here, the score 50-12. Bluefield on top of St. Andrews, but the Knights got the ball at the Bluefield 39. Chambers rolls right. Set to throw and airs one out, and he overthrows everyone as he was trying to get that one out in the vicinity of Crowder.
11 of 35 today passing attempts for St. Andrews.
And that's one of the things that St. Andrews, like we mentioned, is usually pretty good at passing the football today. Just had some miscues where they've had some receivers going the wrong direction from throws from Fowler, and just not their strong suit. Definitely think they'll be working on the passing game this week during practice. 2nd and 10 here. And the ball's still in the hands of the center, and everybody moved.
Midway through the first quarter, Georgia 7, Tennessee 3.
Uh-oh.
Oregon 14, Colorado 0. Penn State, Indiana 7-7. Michigan State trails Illinois 7-0.
You asked me last night who I had in that Tennessee-Georgia game, and I said Tennessee. And the only reason I said Tennessee, and I'm going to stick with it, I'm not going to bail away from it, it's because there's a North Carolina quarterback, Ed Helms, Handem Hooker from Greensboro. But Georgia is real, and so is Tennessee. That is going to be a battle for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a battle. I just went with Georgia because it's home field advantage.
1:24 remaining here, 2nd and 15 for the Knights. Crowder in motion. They give it to Carpenter, and he's stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Clock running, 1:10 remaining here, so just a couple more plays. 3rd down and 15 here for the Knights. Again, thanks for the local middle school coming out here. As we look down, the local middle school is over here. Looks like they're going to be able to greet the team afterwards as they stand there and wait at the yellow caution tape here on the near side of the field. 3rd down and 15 for the Knights. A low snap to Chambers. He digs it out. Takes off scrambling and running around. He's able to avoid some guys. Still on his feet and then takes a shot. As that should be the final play of the ball game unless Bluefield calls a timeout. It's a 4th down for the Knights, and they don't have to run another play with 15 seconds left. And it looks like head coach Robert Curtin is content with not running another play, and that's how it's going to end here in Laurinburg. With the final score 50-12. Bluefield comes out victorious, traveling down from Bluefield, Virginia, down here to Laurinburg, North Carolina, and they go out victorious today.
All right, here's some quick final stats for you as we'll start with Bluefield. 74 plays, 155 yards on the ground, 271 in the air, a total of 426. St. Andrews, 61 plays, 158 yards on the ground, 168 in the air, for a total of 326. Not a good day for St. Andrews offensively, defensively. They had some stops, but they gave some easy plays over to Bluefield with the blocked punt or the field goal that they gave up. Just short the safety. It just didn't fare well today for St. Andrews. Yeah, I mean, there's some positives to look at if you are St. Andrews for sure. The positive I'm going to take out of this if I'm St. Andrews is you won a turnover battle. You took the ball away from them twice. They didn't take it away from you. Or you actually took it away from them 3 because they got that pick there at the end. Pick at the end.
And they didn't take it away from you at all. So if I'm St. Andrews, I'm looking at least I won the turnover battle, and I'm taking the positive of that out of here. But I'm definitely working on my passing game heading into next week.
Yeah. Well, we'll be here next week. Speaking of next Saturday, November 12th, Veterans Day weekend. Again, shout out to all the veterans for all that they have done, those in attendance and in listening. And we'll be here for the Point University St. Andrews game next week.
Yes, sir, we will. Anything else you would like to add there, Perry?
No, go ahead and close this out. If I see a score I want to bring you update on, I will. But other than that, I'll let you close this out.
Yes, sir. As you heard Perry mention, we'll be right back here next week, November 12th, for the Point University traveling here to face off against the St. Andrews Knights. Reminder, kickoff for that game is at noon, not 1 o'clock. Noon kickoff for that game. as we head out of here this evening with the final score 50-12. The Bluefield University Rams improved to 7-3 on the year, 3-1 in conference, while the St. Andrews Knights fall to 1-9 and 1-3 in conference. The final score, 50-12. The Bluefield Rams defeat the St. Andrews Knights here in Laurinburg. For the whole 485 crew, Mark Clemens, Perry Gabriel, I'm James Mellick. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here on your Saturday. We look forward to seeing you next weekend when the Knights face off against Point University at noon right here. This production is a broadcast of St. Andrews University. All rights belong to St. Andrews University. Please contact St. Andrews for all rights to this video.